Hey, it's David Shing from AOL. I'm at the Razorfish Client Summit in Vegas, speaking to some super sharp people across technology, brands and the agency. We're diving into the central theme here of convergence. Convergence between media, technology and creativity. What do you see as brands embracing commerce? How are they leaning into it correctly?
There's either companies, brands who didn't think it was going to be a big deal and now they're behind and they're going, oh crap, I better do something because this e-commerce thing is big. Or the people who started early haven't converged at all, and so they have a very separate, siloed commerce practice, having technology and marketing and commerce all separate when it's really all the same thing for the customer. It's all about how do I find, discover, and buy the product I want.
Jason, with what you were doing at Express, was it really incubated from we need to be a commerce first, it happens to be digital, or was it an incubated from the physical store? How did it work?
No, I think actually for us, we're probably in the rare position, you won't hear me say this very often, it's a good thing we were so late.
Oh, wow.
But in some ways it is a good thing that we were so late, because so many folks who started in the late 90s, they did treat it as a separate entity.
Right.
Maybe it was 15 guys out in San Francisco with a foosball table figuring it out. And then one day it was $100 million and everyone said, wait, that has to be at headquarters and now I want to be in charge of it. In our world, it didn't get started until 2008, which is remarkably too long to get going. But at that point, e-commerce was such a big part of the world already that it sort of naturally was just converged in the way that we thought about branding and the way that we thought about commerce in total.
Is convergence something that your business actually, is it part of your flywheel, or is it a practice today, or is it a principle?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a principle when it comes to the shopping experience.
Yeah.
I think for us, convergence is less about channels because we're 150% committed to convergence of channels and experiences. I think convergence for us means more about commerce and branding, commerce and social, those types of things that are engaging but perhaps not commerce related, and the role that our digital properties play in establishing our brand for our customers and engaging them in our brand, even at times that they're not trying to add something to a shopping cart or get something shipped to them. And I think that's more the convergence for us around the creativity and the assets and those types of things, as opposed to around channels. I think we're fully committed to the channel component.
So you guys obviously see a lot of technology, especially when it comes to commerce. What are the things that you're seeing that are most exciting right now?
I think for us, it's about how do we utilize the technology that's there. So we look at it and say, how can we make our customers' lives easier or our sales reps' lives easier using technology that exists? So good example would be our business is a lot of small business. So you go in and they're actually writing checks, right? Paying for the food, here's a check, here's a check. And so the typical, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, sales rep would go around and collect checks all day. And then at the end of the week, they'd have to go and drive to a bank and do all of these check deposits.
Yeah.
We've got a mobile check deposit app, which is not crazy new technology. It's out there. It's being used. It cuts hours off of our salespeople's time, right? Cuts hours off of the bookkeeping, off the commuting, off the going to drive and find a bank. It's a huge productivity win for us, and it's something that's relatively simple.
Well, it's been very exciting speaking about commerce, but I feel like I need to go buy something. So thanks for spending some time with me this afternoon.
Thanks.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.